So finally, welcome to Power BI. Okay, so let's take a break from PowerPoint for a moment. We have brought in that single data table into this Power BI data model, and you can see that instead of a single table, what I have here is 5 different tables, because we've been able to split that single table into different entities based on how they are related to one another. That's called dimensional modeling, by the way. And you see that if I come over to the data view here, you can see that the customers table contains only the customers information. Then the location table contains only information about our locations. The product table contains information only about products, and likewise we have the sales team table that contains information about our sales representatives. So where are the sales numbers, the sales quantity, discount and profit? You'll find all of those ones here on the fact table. All these other guys are dimensions. You find the actual numbers on the fact table here. We have our sales, quantity, discount and profit. And of course, because we've separated the dimensions from the fact table, so we've removed the customer's information. So who is the customer that made this purchase? We have taken all that information out of this table. Who is the sales representative that made this sales? We've taken all that information away from this table, and we'll put that on another separate table called dimension table for the sales team. So because of that, on this our fact table, we usually leave one column which is going to be a unique identifier that can link us back to all these other guys. So if you check this table, you will see that I have kept the product ID column. Of course, I don't have the category, I don't have the subcategory, but I have the product ID, which if I have the ID, then I can know the category and I can know the subcategory. The same thing goes for location. If you give me a location ID, I can tell you where that location is in terms of the city, I can tell you where the state is, and I can tell you the region it belongs to. If you give me a sales representative name, I can give you the person's sales team and the manager. If you give me a customer ID, then I can give you the customer's name and the customer segment. And of course, we have our other information. We have our dates, we have our order ID, and we have our ship mode. Okay. So now the next thing is for us to now see, how do you create calculated columns? How do you create calculated tables? How do you define measures? And how do you create row level security in Power BI?